Let's look at the foundation before the walls caved in. Lebanon's government tried to clear the board, tried to begin. The slow progression of stripping the militia of its steel. They wanted the weapons back, wanted a sovereign deal. Before the skies over Tehran started turning to red, there was a moment of chance that remained unsaid. They drafted the proposals, had the meetings in the hall, trying to build a single state before the region took the fall. But the window closed tight, the opportunity derailed. The best chance to disarm the faction ultimately failed. A state within a state, it's an old architectural flaw. You can't build a single house governed by a fractured law. The blueprint was drawn, but the ink didn't dry. You can't negotiate with weapons pointing at the sky. The structure didn't hold, the load-bearing walls were weak. Now the war is at the door, and the foundation starts to creep. This isn't a new design, we've seen this print before. Power doesn't yield its grip just because you ask for more. You hand a faction the iron to defend the border. A generation later, they dictate the order. They wanted the monopoly on violence, the sovereign right. But Hezbollah's infrastructure was built for the long fight. When you tolerate a parallel army in your own backyard, taking down the scaffolding is exponentially hard. External leverage, a pulse from a distant shore, making the best chance look like a revolving door. A state within a state, it's an old architectural flaw. You can't build a single house governed by a fractured law. The blueprint was drawn, but the ink didn't dry. You can't negotiate with weapons pointing at the sky. The structure didn't hold, the load-bearing walls were weak. Now the war is at the door, and the foundation starts to creak. They saw the cracks, they knew the weight the floor could bear. It isn't just about the guns, it's about who holds the deed to the ground they stand on. You never own the weapon owns the room. Once the neighbors start fighting, the weapon assumes command. So here we are, the Iran war, rewriting the map, and Lebanon caught directly inside the trap. Now the bombs are the dialogue, the diplomacy is ash, a structural failure, a predictable crash. This is what happens when the center cannot hold the line, when the state is just a tenant in a borrowed design. You look at the history, the blueprint never lies. The failure was built in right before our eyes. The window is locked, the fire is fed, another blueprint buried in the sand. I told you, the geometry doesn't lie.